Hey Genderqueer Chat, it's Tuesday. My name is Stacy, and I missed last week because I was on vacation. Um, and I was going to upload a video while I was traveling, but I honestly forgot. So we were busy doing all kinds of stuff and fun stuff and visiting family, and we were really busy. So by the time we got back to the hotel room, all we wanted to do was just crash. So, yeah, sorry about that. I was really going to try though. So, I am going to cover last week's video this week because I missed it. And also I don't think we have a video going for this week yet. So, and yeah, I had to go back to work today. So that was kind of a bummer, but I gotta go back sometime. So our question is, or not our question this week, excuse me, our question last week is from a viewer. Thank you, viewer, by the way. I love viewer questions. Our question is, could you explain the process of transitioning to androgyny and inform the moment you openly self-identified as genderqueer to others for the first time? Yes. So, interesting question, by the way. The process of transitioning to androgyny, that's going to be a little bit difficult, but I'll do my best there. So, I kind of had a really slow transition to that. I've always preferred androgyny. I always liked it. There was a time in my life where I thought I didn't like it, I guess. You know, I kind of bought into the stereotypical, you know, female kind of look, I guess. You know, I had long hair, I wore a lot of dresses and pink and things like that. As I got older, you know, tighter fitting clothes, makeup, etc., etc. Again, stereotypical. So I bought into that because I thought that that's what I was supposed to like, and I thought that there was something wrong with me for not really liking that. So I found things I liked about it. You know, even to this day, I can't appreciate, you know, a really nice dress or high heels or something, but I don't want to wear them myself. So I like looking at them, but I don't like wearing them, if that makes sense. So my transition to androgyny was really, really slow. I started probably, you know, maybe around 9-10 years old. I really started being very vocal with my parents and letting them know I did not like to wear some of the things that they kind of, you know, really wanted me to wear, and I just didn't feel comfortable in them. I much preferred my play clothes, which were usually just jeans and a t-shirt, and you know, they didn't really take too kindly to that. They really wanted me to look and behave a certain way. As I said in previous videos, you know, I was brought up with very strict gender roles and very stereotypical gender roles in my household. So that was very difficult, because no matter what I said, and no matter how much I retaliated against that, I was still, they still had the final say in what I was going to wear, because I was a kid and I was in their house. So, you know, that was a struggle, but, you know, slowly I began to wear less, you know, girly clothes, and, you know, I kind of wanted to look really feminine for a while, because, again, it's something I bought into as I hit my teenage years. It's something I thought I wanted, and you know, then probably around the age of 16, I had this kind of weird bob, and I started to grow it out because I didn't like it, and I felt that, oddly, the longer hair was more androgynous than the strange haircut I had at the time. And, you know, there's really nothing suspicious about that. You know, my parents just thought I wanted to grow my hair out again, you know, no big deal. I didn't really do much with it, though. I kind of usually just pulled it back into a ponytail or just let it hang. And, you know, I'd only do anything to it if I was really getting dressed up. I stopped wearing a lot of makeup. I wore mostly concealer and, maybe a little bit of lip gloss or very light colored lipstick. I stopped wearing a lot of the eyeshadow and blushes and things like that. And I started spending more time in the few clothes I had that I felt most comfortable in. And again, it was something that happened very slowly. I don't even know if I was aware of it 100% of the time. I think for the most part I was, because I didn't really know I was trying to become more androgynous looking. I just knew I wasn't comfortable in what I was more or less being told that I had to wear. So it was a struggle. I think it would have been a faster transition if I didn't have to worry about that growing up, but unfortunately I did. So once I left the house, I started chopping my hair off. I experimented with shorter styles and variations. And I also started binding, and I wore primarily men's clothes, which I'm actually a very small framed person. I am 5'4", 5'5", and I'm pretty small, pretty tiny. So, a lot of times the men's clothes looked a little bit baggy on me, so I probably looked like a little boy playing dress up, but I started to pass as male, and that was interesting for a while. I enjoyed that, but when I realized I didn't want to pass as male, I did this whole backswing. I went back to voluntarily dressing very, very, very feminine. I grew my hair back out. I wore only, very feminine clothing. I went back to wearing skirts and dresses and things like that, and just looked like a stereotypical female. So I kind of did that whole backswing, but throughout all of that, I know this is a really long story, but throughout all of that, I learned a lot, by being forced to wear certain clothes and look a certain way, and then by having that backswing and saying, I don't want any of that. I want something completely different, and doing that for a while and actually passing as male was a very eye-opening experience for me. And then, going back again to voluntarily dressing the way I think my parents wanted me to. So I kind of settled somewhere in the middle eventually, and that's where I am today. I feel I don't really worry about gendered items or gendered clothing. I just wear what I like, and I wear what fits. So actually right now, I'm wearing, if you really want to know, I'm wearing a woman's hoodie, and this is actually a little boy shirt. I like the men's cuts and the style, but I can't really fit into it because, as I said, I'm very small framed. So if I want to wear something that has that cut or look to it, I have to shop in the children's section. And I'm actually wearing very small men's pants right now that you can't see, but they fit me okay. So yeah, that's kind of, I just wear what I like and I wear what fits, and I don't really worry about what gender it's supposed to be assigned to. I just do my thing. So, and that took a long time. That took over 10 years. It took, yeah, probably about 9 or 10 years to come to that. So again, it was a very slow process for me, but I was also stifled in a lot of ways. So who knows, it may have been a little bit different had I grown up with different circumstances. So hang on a second, I'm going to adjust this window so I have more light. Alright. Okay. So the sun's setting on me. So I hope that answered your question, and I kind of only answered it as far as style, from a style perspective, but that's kind of how I took the question. So I hope that answered everything. And the second part of this question is to talk about the moment after you openly identified as genderqueer to others for the first time. That would be with my friend John. It kind of came up in a conversation we were having about sexuality, and that led into a conversation about gender, and it just kind of came out. I wasn't really looking to come out, it's just something that I said at the time. It was very well received. John really didn't care. He actually found it very interesting and wanted to know more about it. So that was a really positive experience. And, you know, the second time I came out was to my girlfriend, or to my current girlfriend. And, you know, that was also very well received. And I did come out intentionally to her because I made a lot of relationship mistakes in the past, and I wanted to start this one out right. And I didn't want to have something as big as gender be kept secret, you know, for the, you know, for the early stages of our relationship. I wanted to come clean, you know, very early on, so she knew who I am and had a better idea of who I am and what I'm about. So that was also, again, a very positive experience. It's been over 2 years. We're still together. It's not an issue. You know, and every single time I come out to somebody, it's always very well received, but every time I'm always nervous about it, and I don't really know why. I think it's just something that a lot of people, it's not a normal conversation. Well, it is a normal conversation to have. It's not a usual conversation to have with other people, so I think that's what makes me nervous about it. But I kind of need to get over that, because apparently most people really don't care, so that's really good. Anyway, I'm running out of time. I will make a video next week. We'll see you later.